Is it on?
Yep, there we go.
Okay. Hello, welcome to our first live.
Yeah, our very first live. Thanks for joining us.
So, my name is Cynthia,
And my name is Scott.
and if you are new to our channel, we are living in Belgium currently, and again, this is our first time going live.
So let's see how this goes.
Yeah. So today is March 16. It is 11 p.m. at night here.
Yes.
So it's late.
It's a little late, but we're looking forward to doing this.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this is something we'll continue to do. Let's see how it goes.
Yes.
So what we thought we would do is start off
by sharing, three news that been, this week, that happened this week, and dive in a little bit and discuss them.
So here we go. Let's start. Let's start with the first bit of news, which isn't really new news. It's kind of been around for a while. It's the system.
ETIAS. So ETIAS has been on the news, for a while because it was supposed to be implemented last year. Now, ETIAS stands for European Travel Information and Authorization System.
And basically, that's just a website that you go to about 3 days, 72 hours before you travel. You upload all your information into the system. You pay a fee of €7. It's a one-time fee. It's good for 3 years or until your passport expires, whichever happens first. And it's just a way of them pre-authorizing and clearing you for entry into the EU.
Yeah. And if you are younger than 18 or older than 70, you don't have to pay the fee, but you still have to do the filing.
Right. Well, it was supposed to go into effect.
Yeah. Last year, like we said, we even made a video a while back, and then they pushed it to to April of this year, so next month. But now, what they are saying is that they are pushing it to 2027.
Right.
So they're thinking maybe mid-2026, but really it's going to be 2027 because it's tied to another system.
Which is the
EES, Entry-Exit System.
And basically that takes the place of where you used to get a stamp in your passport. Well, now it's all electronic, how they monitor people going from one country to the other when they come into Europe and when they leave Europe. So until that system's up and running, this other system cannot start. So now they're talking the end of 26, the beginning of 2027 before the system goes into effect. But just something to keep in mind because with everything going on, who knows if they try to get things done quicker.
Yes.
To monitor people coming and going.
Yes, that's the thing,
So if you're planning on going to Europe, make sure you, for a vacation or to move, make sure that you do a little research and find out if it's done. Or just watch us and we'll try to keep you.
We're going to keep you updated.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on to the second topic that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And that was on the news this week, and it's Spain.
Yeah, a lot going on in Spain.
Yes. So there are three things mainly that happen that they're updating.
Yeah, coming into the country.
Yes. So the first one is the requirements. Now, these requirements have been already in place, but looks like they're going to be a little bit more strict.
Then the requirements are for when you come in.
Yes.
They're going to want to see certain things from you, like your itinerary, departing ticket, where you're staying, and even possibly travel insurance.
Travel insurance, yes. And in some cases, even a letter of invitation.
Yeah, they could.
Depending. Now, I know for a fact that people coming from Latin America, arriving in Spain, they get the requirement. They usually check those papers. Now looks like they're going to be more strict, and people that comes from the U.S., Canada, UK, they're going to be subject to the same thing. So be mindful of that. The second part of that news in Spain is the Airbnbs.
Right.
So they are trying to basically eliminate Airbnbs or short-term rentals.
Because there's a housing crisis in Spain. So what they're doing is they're stopping to renew people's licenses to operate an Airbnb or short-term rentals. So what does that mean for you? It means that there's going to be a less amount of places or options for you to choose from possibly in the future.
Yes.
So that can be a problem.
So you have to be mindful of that. And also for people, because we do get that question and we know people who try to do that, who moved to Spain.
Right, and part of their plan was to open up Airbnbs in
Yeah.
Spain.
Oh,
But
that- yeah.
But now you have to realize that those may not be an option anymore for
Yeah.
you. Because, again, because of the housing crisis,
Mm-hmm.
they're stopping at short-term rentals.
Yes,
Or
we
limited.
know Barcelona
Yes,
wants to eliminate them by 2028.
Right, and it's not the only place that has this problem. Also in Italy, in Florence, there was the same problem. So that's an issue too.
Yeah.
Another topic for Spain.
The third part of the news from Spain is the tourist tax. So the tourist tax has been there, okay? Spain charges tourist tax since 2012.
And what is the tourist tax?
Now, the fee is basically a government fee, right? It's for the city. Every city has a different rate. Now, they are doubling the tax.
Yeah, but you pay this tax when you check into your hotel room.
Yeah.
So it's a tax per night that you stay in that hotel room. For example, the fee is now for like a luxury hotel in Barcelona would be,
€7.
right, €7 a night.
So you have to be mindful that, let's say you're staying for 3 nights in one city and it is €7. Now you're talking about 21, for those 3 nights. Then if you go to visit another city, now you're talking about a different rate, things like that. So those are the things that you have to be mindful when it comes to that. And again, let's say you book a room.
On Booking.com
Yeah.
or Airbnb, just keep in the back of your mind that when you go to the check-in, that's when they're gonna collect the fees.
Yes.
So they're not trying to scam you or anything.
Don't freak out.
Yeah, don't freak out, but they might want that money. So when you check into your hotel room.
Yeah, it's a separate fee.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's from about
That's
Spain.
in Spain, right?
Yeah. Now, the third news that happened this week, and probably you saw it in the news, there was a little earthquake in the south of Italy.
Naples, to be exact.
Naples, yes, the Naples area. Now, why is this news? Since it was, people say, well, it was only a 4.4.
No, that is it still safe to go to Naples?
Well, so it was a 4.4, but the issue is not that it's just an earthquake, right? The issue is that the city is basically sitting on a super volcano.
Right.
And
So
it's
you
not Vesuvius, it's not the one in Pompeii, it's
Right.
another one.
Right.
So,
And there's magma chambers, rising gases and things like that, and that's what's causing an increase in earthquakes. Now, 4.4 isn't big, but it's the biggest one they've had in 40 years in that area. So,
there is a concern
Yeah, there's a
about it.
concern.
So if you are planning on visiting Italy, especially the south, it's something that you have to keep in mind.
Right.
So, the title of the news was, "Is it safe to travel to Naples?"
and probably it is.
It is, yes. But you have to be mindful. You have to, keep yourself informed.
Right. yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because it's like saying, can I visit California, knowing that there are earthquakes over there? Well, yeah, you can, but,
We actually, when we went to Naples, we had the issue where there was some tremors. Little-
Yeah, we felt it.
Yeah, we felt it. So,
Yeah.
it's been going on for quite some time. And who knows, it could be forever before it ever goes off. So, something to just keep in the back of your mind when you're traveling down there.
Yes, so, those are the big news, I guess, for this
this week,
week. But also, we wanted to talk a little bit about how the news from the U.S. are affecting us,
Yeah,
affecting
right.
people like us that are living right now outside of the U.S., and also for people who are traveling, okay? So, and what the biggest thing that affects us
Is the exchange of currency.
Yeah.
The effects of the uncertainty of the markets in the United States is having a negative effect on the currency exchange, especially to euros right now. To give you an example, when we left the States and lived in Mexico, the exchange rate was 25 pesos for every $1.
Yeah. And that was in 2021.
Yeah, in 2021. Now it's like 20 pesos for $1.
Yeah.
So
We checked today.
it does affect what's going on other places. Same when we first came to Italy. There for a while was 96, 97 cents, for $1. And even for a while, for a short time frame, it was at parity, meaning 1 for 1, which is outstanding.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But that has changed, and now we're down to what, 92?
Right now,
Yeah.
this is the price today.
Yeah, 92 cents for $1.
And so how is that affecting us? Well,
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you how it affects you. Let's take a retired couple that's living off Social Security, living in Europe. Well, automatically, when they convert their US dollars into euros, they're taking a hit.
yeah, for every $100, you're getting 92.
$92.
Yeah, 92 euros
Yeah,
right
92
now.
euros, yeah.
So it's a big hit.
Yeah, and not only that, also you have to think about the markets, right? People who are retired and living on passive income from their investments, those too are taking a hit, so they're getting hit.
Yeah, the stock market
Yeah,
is.
so they're getting hit in several ways, right? So it could affect people in their determination if they're going to stay or if they need to go someplace else where their dollar will go farther.
Yes.
So those are the things that you have to think about when living or even coming here on a vacation.
Travel, yeah, just a vacation,
You have to think about how far your money's going to go.
Yeah, we know that right now a lot of people are talking about moving abroad, and it is a big
It's a big jump.
it's a big jump, and especially when things like this are affecting
Right.
everything.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but you also have to weigh the benefits of living, say like in Europe. For the cost of living in Europe is relatively more affordable, cheaper than living in the
Yeah.
States. So there is like a give and take. It's like, okay, yeah, I get less for my dollar as far as the conversion, the currency exchange, but I get more benefit from being here. But at what point in time does that,
we
not work for you?
even, I mean, again, when you are living on a budget, okay, or on a fixed income, you have to really, really think of that stuff. And for us, for example, we even thought, okay, if it keeps going down,
Right. At what point in time do we say,
What are we gonna
okay,
do?
we need to go someplace else? But only time will tell, and we'll see what happens.
yeah, you're gonna have to keep following.
Yeah, yeah, keep following us. But I hope that you've enjoyed this.
Yeah. So hold on, let me see.
We have a comment.
Yeah, let me check on the.
Oh, that's nice. They like your hair.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Thank you.
What is meant by travel insurance? Is that medical travel coverage if flight changes or schedule changes? No, that's medical insurance.
Yeah.
And a lot of time they want you to have, and it's not that expensive, but they want you to have enough insurance not only to take care of you while you're there, but also to get back. You have to think like, okay, how am I going to get back if I have a medical condition?
Yes, and we actually know the case of somebody who
Yeah, it was
had an emergency.
on a cruise ship here in Europe.
Yeah.
And they had bought travel insurance before they went on this cruise ship, and the person had to be airlifted off the ship.
And they cover everything.
It
So
covered
things like that,
everything.
you have to, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
And it's-
especially if you're traveling after retirement.
We did the Camino. We walked across Spain, and a lot of people there had gotten travel insurance because there's a good chance you might end up in an emergency room or in a doctor's office because of an injury.
Yeah.
That you don't even think about. Your knee starts acting up and you're in pain. If you have insurance,
Yeah,
it's a
no,
peace of
it's-
mind.
Yes.
So
definitely.
and it's pretty reasonable. The prices for travel insurance, it's not that bad.
Yes. So, and yeah, and it's not just the travel insurance, the itinerary and all that stuff, because I think they want also make sure that you have your accommodations paid
Right.
and
They want to make sure you're leaving.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the big thing.
But let's be honest, that's everywhere right now. They're
Right.
asking that everywhere.
Right.
When you arrive to the U.S. For a vacation, it's the same way. They ask you for everything, all those paperwork. So
Yeah, they want to make sure you have.
I know for a fact that.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. They want to make sure you have the funds to take care of yourself and that you're not going to stay, right?
So next question, are you seeing more Americans in the EU? Yes.
Yes.
Actually, yes.
Yes.
We've seen there are a lot of groups. When we were in Lucca, there's a
Big expat community there.
big group of Americans living inside the.
Yeah, and now that where we live here in Belgium, you don't see that many Americans just because of the part of Belgium we live in. You know, but that's a good thing for us. We like being off the beaten path a little bit right now. So.
Yes, and we're gonna do a little walking tour of the area. We are in what is considered the countryside,
Yeah.
even though we are
15 minutes.
12 minutes from the city center. So,
Yeah.
you know, and if you watch our Hassel video, that's the city center.
The biggest city center that's near
Yeah,
us.
it's the capital of Limburg, this region.
Which
So,
is a really nice region. So everyone's pretty nice here.
yeah. So, okay. Was wondering if the Luca group was growing since you. The thing with the groups is that in Luca specifically, they had people coming in and out. Of the
Constantly
group,
people coming in and out.
And you have tons of different groups.
But to answer your question as far as are they growing, yes, more and more people were moving into Luca while we were there. So there was a lot more people there. Yeah. David wants you to smile at him.
Yeah.
No, that's nice, David.
Okay, so
Now, we understand that more people will probably watch this video once it's posted
Yeah.
after we shoot this. So it's important that you, like, if there's something you want us to cover, please leave a comment and we will do our best to cover that for you, answer those questions.
yeah, because we would love to do this maybe every Sunday or every other Sunday, whenever, you know.
Yeah, time permits.
Okay. And we're gonna try to do it earlier
Yeah.
because, to be honest, it is, you know, it is late for us. So we're gonna try to do it a little bit earlier. It's probably even better for you
Right.
guys on
So
Sundays.
we can stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning on TikTok, but we cannot do work after a certain time in the afternoon.
So, any more news? Any more news on the earthquake in Italy? They are okay. So they've been monitoring the
Aftershocks.
The aftershocks, and there's a lot of what is called braidism.
That's where the ground swells.
Yes, and so that area is pretty interesting.
Well, how about Greece? Not too long ago,
Yes.
Greece had so many earthquakes, they were actually evacuating islands, and even locals were leaving. So,
yes.
you know, I guess a lot of people don't associate earthquakes with Europe, but they're here.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
here.
Yeah. And you have to think that area in the south of Italy has a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right
but-
in that area, there are 500,000 people. Right in that spot
Where
that
there's
are living on top of that volcano, basically.
yeah.
And it's not a volcano like, you know, you have the image of the volcano like this.
It's a supervolcano.
It's a supervolcano. It's completely underground. I mean,
Yeah, it's flat.
So
Like Yosemite, is it Yosemite that is a supervolcano? Where they
I
have the
think,
geysers?
yeah, I think.
Yeah, so it's like that.
So.
And
but
when you're in the area, you can smell sulfur.
that's
all the
well,
time.
yeah, because the whole area has, a lot of things going on. But anyway, we're gonna keep you updated. We thank you very much for the people who showed
Yeah,
up.
thanks for showing up, guys. We appreciate the
yeah.
support. And again, we're going to try to do this. It's a lot easier for us to do lives than to put stuff out.
Yes, and we're gonna keep doing our travel videos. You know, bringing you some travel videos, and also trying to do this to keep up with news that are happening. Any updates, you know,
Yeah.
during the week.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you
And
know,
also not just travel, but anyone interested in living in Europe, we're going to do
put your questions.
just living here and our
And we'll-
day-to-day activities.
Yeah, we will investigate for you. We will research and answer those questions in the live, in the the next live.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
And
thanks.
try to answer everything.
Thanks again, guys, and thanks,
Yeah.
and we'll see you next time.
We will see you next time.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.